Hello everyone, good afternoon. So today we are focusing on problems on ages and percentages. I hope everyone is clear with the last class concepts. So in the last two classes we covered the basic numeracy, that is the number system type of questions, and HCF and LCM. In the last class we seen some basic type of questions related to the I hope everyone is clear averages concept, because average concept is very important. We've seen some previous year questions also. In UPSC 2020-2021 we got maximum number of questions from averages as well as ratio and proportion. I hope everyone is clear with that concepts, and in this session we are focusing on problems on ages. So if you observe previous year questions of CSAT paper 2, regularly from ages we are getting minimum one question, or sometimes very rarely we are getting two questions. If you observe 2019 we got two questions last year, and before that we got minimum one question. So definitely we are getting one questions from ages concepts, but we don't require any special the basic concepts of ages. Understanding given data or given question is important. Once you understand this age problem or given data, you can answer easily in very simple and easy way. But we'll see that type of ages questions also. Obviously another very important concept from quantitative aptitude, that is basic maths, is percentages. So directly or indirectly, if you are good in the percentage concepts, definitely these concepts of the percentage will help in the ratio and proportion, maybe in averages or maybe in some other topics. Overall entire quantitative aptitude report obviously depends on this particular percentage concept. So percentages, definitely we are getting minimum number of questions. If you observe 2020 we got nearly 2 to 3 questions, 2 to 4 questions from this percentage concept. And if you observe before that 2019 and 2017, every year we are getting direct related to the percentage, we are getting minimum 3 to 4 questions. But overall concept is very important. How to understand these two concepts, we will focus very clearly. Now we'll focus on one by one here. If you talk about the problems on ages, if you take any type of ages concept or any type of ages question, whatever questions we are getting in UPSC CSAT paper 2, if you observe once the previous year questions particularly, because whatever level questions we are getting in a UPSC, what UPSC is demanding from the candidate in particularly from maths background or maths particular area, so that is only we have to focus. Whenever you are focusing this particular age questions, very basic type of statements they will give. Once you understand the data, maybe you will get one person age or two persons ages. Related to the two persons ages, they will give some ratios. We already completed ratio and proportion, how to calculate and all these things. So if you know all these points, just very simply easily you can answer this age type of questions. We don't require any specialization in the mathematics or basic maths or quantitative aptitude. Very easily how to answer these type of age questions by seeing directly some basic examples we will take. Then we will go to some model questions, and then we will go to some previous year questions of ages. Just try to understand what is the actual concept of ages using the questions directly, because we don't require any special basic concepts here. Just if you know some addition and subtractions, multiplication and ratios and all these things, definitely you can answer all these type of age questions. But understanding given data is important. Just observe this given data. This is the basic question and a model question related to the ages. Just read the given data and try to answer this question. Very simple. How to note down data, I will explain. How to answer these type of question, I'll explain. But simple additions, multiplication and ratios and all these things is only important here. But understand the given data. Whatever data we have here, how to note down that data is only important here. I'll explain that. But first, let's understand what data we have. Everyone try to complete who are in the live. Now let's see. A father is twice as old as his son. In the second point we have 20 years back he was 12 times as old as his son. What is the present age of father? What we have to find? The present age of the father you have to find out. Here we are comparing two persons, son and father. Son and father, the ratios we have here, and 20 years back, again one more ratio is that. Just if you are comparing these two values and these two data, definitely you will find out, you can find out son's present age you can find out, as well as father's also you can find out, but we require only present age of father. How to take and all these points, and everyone try to answer what is the right answer here. Just everyone try to answer. Just simple. What is the first data here? A father is twice as old as his son. For example, if you take son's age is X and son's age is X, right? So father is 2 times. Father is, you can take 2x. Son's age, a father is twice as old as his son. If son age is, if you take the father, obviously you will get 2x times. And 20 years back, 20 years back, whenever you get 20 years back, we have to take from this present age to minus, right? 20 years hence ahead, we have to take the plus. Here 20 years back, whenever you will get the back, we have to take subtraction. 20 years back, we will take with respect to X, son's age. See, 20 years back, he was 12 times as old as his son. Clear? The first we are taking son here. 20 years back, X minus 20. And divided by father's value, we are taking 2x minus 20. Again, see, both the persons we are taking 20 years back. For both the persons, son and father, both the persons we are taking 20 years back. So this first son's age divided by and father age 20 years back. So just we are subtracting minus 20 here is equal to, what is the ratio now? He was 12 times. Who is 12 times? Father is 12 times as old as his son. Clear? If son is 1 time, father is 12 times. This is the ratio we have. Just simplify this, you will get the final answer. If you simplify 12x minus 240 is equal to 2x minus 20. If you simplify this one, clear, 12x and 2x, 10x we are getting here. And if you take 240 this side, you will get 220. From this, what is the x value? From this, x is equal to how much you will get? 220 by 10, 22. Now what we calculated? Present age of son. If you know the present age of son, just tell me what is the present age of father. So son to father ratio is what? 2 times. If son is 22 years, the father is just you have to multiply with 2. Because 2x times. So x is 22, 2x means definitely 44 is the correct answer. So this is the procedure we have to do for these type of ages questions. In the ages concepts, it's not completely maths part. Very logically we can answer if you understand the data. How easy this type of question. So if everyone is clear, now we will go to another question, but tell me everyone clear or not. Clear? Everyone got the clarity about this question, how we calculated. It's a basic model and this is the model question for UPSC level, but I'll give some previous year questions also, but you can solve, once you understand these questions, definitely you can solve previous year questions very easily, because other than this no need to do any other thing. We don't get even more than this difficult also. Very moderate type of only you will get. Basically you have to understand this basic idea of how you are taking the data. If everyone is clear, we'll move to another point, another question also. Now let's take. But go on the line, everyone, just you have to respond. Are you understanding or not? Now let's take one more question is here. Same model, but try to answer. What data we have? I am 3 times as old as my son. If my son is X years, I am 3 times old. Fathers, myself. So I am 3 times old means we will get 3x. The first son's age is X. If you consider father, you will get 3x because 3 times. Clear guys? Now next point. The 15 years hence. Hence means we have to take plus. Previous question we are talking about back. Here we are talking about 15 years hence, means we have take plus I will be twice as old as my son. Twice. Here previously we got 3 times, but 15 years later, after 15 years, that means x plus 15, x plus 15, because we are taking 15 years later, hence 15. 3x plus 15 is equal to, what is the ratio? Clear. 15 years ends, I will be twice as old as my son. If my son is 1, I am the 2 times. Just take this ratio, again simplify this one. You will get the answer, only 2 steps. You have to understand how we are taking the given data, how you are considering that given data. That is only important thing here. Now let's see what data, how to simplify this. 2x plus 30, 15 into 2 is equal to 3x, this is 3x plus 15. Now how much you are getting? So here if you take these 2 this side, so you will get 1x only, 3x minus 2x, that is x is equal to, how much you will get? See, if you take 15 this side, it will come only 15. But what is the final question? We calculated x is equal to 15. What is mean by x? X is nothing but a son's present age. If son's present age is this, what is the question? What is the sum? We are calculating sum. What is the sum of our present age? Our present age means child's plus father. So child and father present age. See, x plus 3x is total 4x. 4x means already we know the x value. 3x plus x is a 4x. X is 15. If you substitute here 4 into 15, that is you will get 60 years is the correct answer. Clear? Everyone should answer. I am not getting an answer. Just everyone should answer. Just everyone should respond in the comment box. So still, if you have any doubts, you can ask. Definitely, we will try to discuss the same points. But everyone should understand. Everyone clear or not up to this? These two basic models. We'll move to some previous year questions also based on the same concept. What level type of questions we are getting, what level questions we are getting, how you are getting, and how to understand the UPSC level question. Just we'll see. Very simple. We don't get any difficult. Very simple. Clear guys? Everyone got the clarity or not? Tell me very quickly. We'll move to one previous year question. Just see. The first question is here. This is taken from 2019 paper. Very simple. Same procedure. Same thing you have to do, but try to complete this question. Very simple. Everyone should complete. So very easy. Same. Just read the given data. Try to understand and note down the points. Just you have to understand the numbers. That's it. Let's take the first point. What we have. Ina was born 4 years after her parents' marriage. After her parents' marriage, Ina was born after 4 years. 4 years. Clear? So, then her mother is 3 years younger than her father. Clear? Mother is 3 years younger than father. If father age is something, if you take F minus 3, can you take like this? Directly you can take. And 24 years older than Ina. Who is a 24 years older? Mother. We are talking about mother. Mother is 24 years older than Ina. Right? So Ina plus 24 you can take. So who is means we are talking about Ina. Ina is 13 years old. Directly in this question we got the data. Ina's present age is 13 years. Just substitute this value here. If Ina is 13 years, what is the mother age you can calculate, because mother is 24 years older than Ina. If Ina is 13, so mother what we will get? So 24 plus and this 13. Clear? What we will get? So 37 we are getting. So mother's age is 37. And we know one more equation in the first place. That is mother to father 3 years gap. So mother is 3 years younger than father. If mother is 37, father becomes 37 plus 3. Clear? 3 years older. So father's age is 40. We calculated everything. But what is the question we'll focus? At what age did Ina's father get married? At what age Ina's father get married? We know another clue also in the same question. We know that mother's age, father's age, as well as child Ina's age. Clear? So present Ina age is 13 years, and after marriage Ina was born 4 years. After marriage, after 4 years Ina was born. Definitely 13 plus 14 is how much? 13 plus 4 years. 13 plus 4, 17 years. See, if you go 17 years back to this 40, so 40 minus 17, how much you will get? Subtract this 40 minus 17 because you will get the marriage age. So at what age they married, you will get. So if you take 3, here you will get 23. So 23 is the correct answer. 23 years. It's not Nagadurga, it's not 27, you will get 23. Understand once again. See, fathers, okay, 13 years at the present Ina age is 13 years. Present Ina age is 13 years. But at that age, they are not married. See, after marriage, after 4 years, that Ina was born means 13 years present age of Ina plus that 4 years also we have to take. So that is 13 plus 4. Directly we cannot subtract 13. Maybe you subtracted 13. You have to subtract that 4 also. First line, just observe. Ina was born 4 years after marriage. If marriage is happened X year, after 4 years Ina was born. After 4 years, X plus 4 plus 13, present age of Ina. Like that we have to take. Clear? But no need to consider all these points. Very simple. I hope everyone got the clarity now. See, if parents is married one particular year, after 4 years Ina was born. Ina present 13 years. 13 plus 4 total gap is 17. So present father age is 40. If you subtract that 17, you will get so that age of marriage. On what age that parents are married. I hope this question is clear. Based on same concept, one more previous year questions we'll see here. Everyone try to solve. This question is taken from 2019. Very easy. Simple data is there. Try to understand and try to find out right answer for this question. Everyone should answer who are in line, but everyone should respond if I am asking something. See, are you understanding or not? Are you following or not? Just tell me very quickly, everyone, because understanding concept is very, very important. And maths or basic reasoning or whatever. In a CSAT paper 2, to score this 33% mark is very simple. But once you understand the concepts, without any problem, you can score that marks very easily. Yes, very good, very good. Now, everyone just try to complete this. Read the given data and try to understand and try to complete this total. What's the right answer here? Very easy. Now let's take the first point. In 2002, what we are talking here? In 2002, Minu's age was 1/3 of Meera. So Minu's age was 1/3 of Meera. For example, see here we are taking two persons, Minu, Meera. See, Minu's age was 1/3 of Meera. 1/3 of Meera. If you take this is 3 times, this is 1 time in the ratios. If you take this side, obviously, so Minu is 1/3 of Meera. Directly you can note down like that also. Minu is equal to 1/3 times of Meera. But whatever, if you have a clarity, you can take directly like this in the ratios. You can simplify very easily. Whereas in 2010, From 2002 to 2010 we are comparing, from not birth time, just we are comparing 2002 to 2010. What is the gap this year? Total 8 years gap is there. 8 years gap. 2002 to 2010, 8 years gap is there. If you take this is x times, this is, you will get 3x time. You will get 3x time. If Mira age is x, see Meenu age becomes 3x because 3 times. Now in 2010 what happens? Meenu's age was half of the age of Mira. Now from these points in 2010 means after 8 years. After 8 years, similar whatever basic questions we done in the previously, the same concept I am taking here. First 3x plus 8 divided by x plus 8 is equal to, now observe this particular data. In 2010 what happens? Meenu's age was, if you want to note down here, I am taking Meenu's age was half of Mira, 1 by 2 times of Mira. That is, if you want to take in terms of ratios, clear, if Meena becomes 1 time, so Meenu becomes 2 times. That is, Meenu is this one, 2 by 1 you can take. If it is a 2 by 1, simplify this one, you will get the same resultant value, final value you can calculate. That is 3x plus 8 is equal to 2x plus 60. Simplify this one, x is equal to what we will get? 8. So x is equal to 8 we are getting according to this data. Finally, always you have to find out x. If x is 8, what is the point here? See, what is the Meenu's year of birth? See, just to, we are starting from 2002. X value with respect to ratios whenever we are taking, if x is 8, if you go 8 years back, that person was born. See, what is Meenu's year of birth? What was Meenu's year of birth? We can take 2002 minus 8. If you subtract here, what we will get? 1994. Is it correct or not? Just take 10 here. Clear. 10 minus 12 minus 4, 8 is a 4. You will get 1994. So 1994 was the year of birth. Simple. Yes, very good, Divya. 1994. We have to take 8 years before. 8 years before. Clear? Like this, we have to answer. Very simple. Let's try to solve one more question here. See, but this is 2017 question. Very quickly, everyone try to complete, because we solved 5-6 questions just now. Everyone should complete this question also. Very easy. Try to solve, just understand the given data and try to complete. Very simple. It's related to complete numbers. That is, you find some square and the cube. Just if you know some starting squares and cubes of some numbers, definitely you can answer this question. Very logical question. Simple logic is there, but you have to understand what is the logic here. Everyone should complete very quickly. Now, what data we have? 1 by 1 point, 2 point we will read here. The age of Mr. X last year was, if you consider last year was the square of a number. Last year was exactly, it is a square. What is that square? We don't know, but it would be cube of a number in the next year. If you take next year, see, previous year, next year means we are taking from present year. If you take present is this. So from present year to, one time we are taking last year, one time we are taking next year. The next year age, what it becomes? Cube. See, you have to understand only from these 2 points which numbers are very near. So one should be square, one should be cubes. See, just observe the starting square numbers what we have generally. 1 square is 1, obviously. 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4, 16, 5, 25, clear, 6, 36. If you observe all these numbers, cubes if you take, 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, clear, 3 cube is 27, and 4 cube is 64, and so on if you take like this. But you have to understand, in all these numbers, where we are getting the gap of 2 only, just 2, middle we have to get 1, because the present age to last year age, the next year age, what is the difference? Only 1 year gap. The one gap should be there, in which two numbers, one should be square, one should be cube. So if you observe, the square is a 5 square, that is 25, and cube is 27. What is the gap? Only one gap is there. Clear? So 1 year. You can take, this is a 25, this is 27, here you will get 26. So from present year, present age 26 to what we have to calculate. What is the question? Now go to the question. What is the least number of years he must wait for his age to become the cube of the number again? See, if you take immediately next year, cube is from present year to immediately next year, so age is a cube. The next cube is what? After 27. After 27, next cube is 64. So how many years he should wait to become 64th age? So present age is 26. So 64 minus, you subtract here 26. How many years you will get? Just simplify here. So here you will get 10, 4, 8. Here you will get 3. 38 years you will get directly. Very simple. Understanding numbers, squares and cubes is important. I hope everyone got the clarity about this. Just tell me, clear or not? Right. If everyone is clear, we'll move to another question also. But see, in total ages concept, very good, Divya, very good knowledge. Right. See, the total concepts in the age problems, no other special maths concept is there. Understanding data is important. That's it. Clear? So no specialized mathematics concepts is not necessary here, but very simple. Let's everyone try to complete this question. It's a 2016 question, but very easy, very easy. In this question, it's related to age as well as average concept also. In the last class, just yesterday we discussed the averages also. Everyone should answer this question. Everyone should answer. Try to read the given data properly and clear manner. So average concept also included in this. So very particularly you have to read the data and try to understand, then you can answer questions very easily. What data we have, just read carefully here. The sum of the ages of 5 members. We are talking about 5 members initially. Sum of the ages of the 5 members comprising a family 3 years ago was 80 years. 3 years ago was 80 years. So present to 3 years ago, it's 80 years. Okay. The average age of family today is same as it was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, what is the average? Clear? The sum of the ages of 5 members comprising of a family 3 years ago was 80 years. So 80 years, 3 years ago, what is the total sum of the ages is 80. How many members are there? 5 members. If you want to find out average, if you divide with a 5, what we will get? Can you take 1 time and 80 if you calculate directly you can take, but just I am taking very basically. So if you take 5 times, so 6 times 30. So 16 we are getting average. What is the average age of 5 members 3 years back? Average age 3 years back is 16. This is average 3 years back. Because they given total. If total is known and number of persons is a known thing, definitely you can calculate total average value of the age. Total age of 5 members is 80. divided by how many members are there? 5. So 80 by 5, we are getting the average age of 5 members. But what is the important thing in this question? The same average today also, that is a present also, the average is same. Present just now. So present year means from this place to, if you are going to the present, plus 3 years, because we have taken 3 years ago. Now plus 3 years if you take, every person age increases 3 times. 3 years means 3 years every time. So how many members are there? 5. Clear? 5 into 3. 15 years will increase in the total. 15 years age will increase only if you take 5 members. Present 3 years back 80 years. So 80 plus 15, you will get 95. But for 95, if you take the average, or you get the 16 or not, we have to check, because present also all the family members age average is same. But why it is same anedi, again we have here again. So because of an addition of a baby, see why the average is same again? Because an addition of a baby during the intervening period, in this particular 3 years period, one baby is adding to the family. Total how many members are now? 6 members are there. That's why again average is same. So we have to include 6 members present. Present how many members are there? 6 members. 3 years back only 5 members are there. Present one baby is adding, so that 6 members. So how old is the baby? So, but condition is what? Average is same. Whenever 5 members are there 3 years back, present. So 5 years, 3 years back average is 16. That is equal to present how many members are there? 6 members are there. Total there sum of the ages we don't know, but 16 into 6 if you take directly, right, we will get 96. So total 96 years is age of all the 6 members at present. But what is the difference? 3 years back total age. So here only if you take after 3 years 5 members age only, if you consider 95 years we are getting. But present if you include 6th member we are getting 96 years. What is the difference? 95 to 96, 1 year difference. This 1 year extra whatever we are getting, this is the baby's age. So asking only baby's age. So baby's age is only 1 year. 1 year is the correct answer. Very good. Without including baby's age, we are getting 95 for present. Present, what is the including? Extra one person is included, that is a baby age is 1 years we are getting based on this average concept. Very good, Divya. Correct answer. 1 year is correct. Right. I hope everyone got the basic idea at least about this particular ages problem.